Welcome to the podcast of Pain, Season 2, Episode 2. Today we're talking all about John motherfucking Candy.
Hell yeah.
I'm your host, D, and across from me is Big Will.
Hey, how's it going?
And like I said, John fucking Candy. We are going to be joined here in the next 10 minutes or so by a special guest because English is hard. The original scheduled guest, Ms. Tony Galindo, decided she was going to be sick. I call bullshit, but whatever. We're going to be joined by somebody else. It's going to be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet. But today we're talking everything John Candy, and I think I just have a couple of notes to get into prior to that. I had decided on a new gen console, and I'm going to end up doing it pretty soon.
What you getting?
I'm going to get the next PlayStation 5.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we'll still be able to play fucking Skull and Bones.
Hell yeah.
So
everything's pretty much crossplay now.
Well, this is how I ended up kind of deciding. The other day I went into GameStop with Melina, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna go reserve that Harry Potter game.
Hell yeah.
And she's like, all right, cool. And of course they asked me, well, what console? And I say PS4 because that's what they're still rocking the PS4. And they were like, all right, well, that comes out like a month later than the PS5 because they're really focusing on the new gen. And pretty soon they're just going to hit the brakes completely and stop manufacturing PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, yeah.
They're basically forcing you to do it, and they're doing it in more of an expedited process than they did with the last gen.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, that's fucking dumb, but do what you got to do. Let's see here. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna get a PS5 just because I like the PS5. I think they have more exclusives than Xbox.
Yeah, they do, but there's been some other things I've been hearing that they're having. Like the last update froze their whole machine, and people couldn't unfreeze their machine.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Fuck. Isn't it weird how the Xbox guys always hear some bad shit about the PlayStation and vice versa?
Yeah. Because we want to talk shit about it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because there was an episode of the Escape Pod. What up, Escape Pod? And they were talking shit. They're always doubting each other because I think it's Birdie and Dragon Grundy who are Xbox guys, and Don's the lone PlayStation guy. And if something happens bad with one or the other, man, they're on it. They are fucking on, like talking shit. And it almost looks like they're getting ready to come to blows.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I can't wait to be there to actually do that shit. Let me go over these quick fucking notes before we get started. Video games. Any video game news you want to talk about?
For the Switch, Oregon Trail is coming out. The original. They're releasing the original Oregon Trail.
Is it already out? I've seen the preview.
I seen an advertisement. I'm not sure if it's out yet or not.
I'm kind of geeked. I looked at the overall, the first the first impression. And it looks pretty cool.
I am excited.
I'm really excited. That's Comic-Con, video game news.
All the junkies don't know what they're gonna be getting into for that shit.
All right. I don't have anything movie-wise to talk about. I saw that Evan Peters won his Golden Globes for playing Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
All right. And this is something I posted, and I don't like to get into politics or whatever like that with that shit, but I think it needs to be talked about. Do you think like making movies, giving actors awards for playing serial killers and shit like that is like giving the serial killer a trophy?
It is. It's like idolizing the serial killer.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like, that's how I think about all these mass shootings and stuff. The reason that some of these people are doing it is because they're not going to be famous. They're going to be infamous.
Yeah.
And they want their name out there somehow. So they're going to do some dumb shit instead of doing some sweet shit.
Yeah.
So the more attention you give them for doing that dumb shit, the more people are going to start doing that dumb shit.
And how many fucking Netflix movies or shows are there just about Jeffrey Dahmer? There's at least 4. But like the one of the moms of the victims was like livid because she was playing rightfully so. You know, can you name one of the names of the victims?
No.
I did like the show because it did focus really heavily on the victims and the victims' families, and it made them. It was real fucked up. Like when Jeffrey Dahmer took out that last guy, the deaf guy. I'm like, oh man, they made you like him, and they made you completely sympathetic from a victim's standpoint. But like, still,
I did like how they did focus on the mental health issue part of it, though, too.
Yeah,
like there's no help really for like mental health system shit.
Yeah,
for the most part.
That's one thing I did respect about the whole thing is they did make it Jeffrey Dahmer didn't try and run away from what he did. He knew he was fucked up.
Yeah.
He
pretty much said, like, yeah, I did it and I need to be here. Like he's like, kill me. Pretty much. He wanted them to put him to death.
Yeah.
Like, don't release my ass.
Well, his parents both seemed like they had fucking problems too.
Mm-hmm.
Like his mom was on all kinds of meds when she was pregnant with him.
And his dad knew there was something up with him, but he didn't know how to help him.
Yeah. So that's just fucked up. But yeah, I feel like it's necessary to make movies and shows about serial killers and shit.
Don't idolize it.
Well, how do you not do that though?
Yeah.
Because like, look at everybody who thinks like Charles Manson's the shit. You know,
there's like people still like the fangirls over him.
Exactly. That's what I don't get.
Same with Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, like
straight up, Ted Bundy looks like Tim Vandermolen.
Oh no!
Look, pull up a picture of Ted Bundy right now.
We used to talk with about the Michael Myers. Like he walked.
He was just
the pasty bastard standing there in the blue uniform.
His cover out, just walking all creepy, having that blank look on his face.
Push that salt bucket. You knew there was a body in there.
Yeah, like the fucking shovel slayer from Home Alone. Oh, why didn't such and such come to work today? Oh, she went and hung out with Tim Vandermolen. Nobody's ever fucking seen her again. Oh, that's another thing too. So on Facebook, I'm not gonna say anything like as far as her name or whatever like that, but I'm gonna be like, there was a chick on Roger Knapp's route that went missing.
Oh no.
And I told him straight up, I was like, hey, this is another one for your route. Because like ever since I've been working there, there's been 3 fucking murders.
On his route?
3 murders on his fucking route. Just murders alone. And now this chick disappears and I asked him about it. I'm like, didn't she live on your route? Yeah, she supposedly moved out. Like her husband was there with a big ass U-Haul and then, you know, said they were moving out, but he's back living there apparently. I'm like, oh Jesus. All right, let's see. Movies. I know that Wednesday's been updated for a 2nd season. Were you feeling that show at all?
What was it?
Wednesday on Netflix.
I liked it.
All right, I still haven't made it all the way through.
My oldest, Herb, he has a huge crush on her.
Oh, Jenna Ortega?
Yeah, he's like, she's cute. And I like the way she dances.
Well, speaking of Jenna Ortega and movies that don't need to be made, well, I'm not saying that this doesn't need to be made, but Jenna Ortega, another Scream movie's coming out.
I heard she's going to be, I see that.
It's basically like Jason Takes Manhattan, but Ghostface.
No shit.
Yeah, so it looks like it's all going to take
The only
place.
good part about that movie is when he kicks that boombox.
Yeah. Well, what the fuck are they going to do now? Like, number one, Neve Campbell is supposedly not in it. I still think they're pulling a swerve on people.
Yeah, she's going to be Ghostface.
I think she's going to be Ghostface this time around. At least that's how it would make, that'd be a win in my situation, my vantage point.
I mean, it's about due for it. I mean, how many times do you think it was going to be here?
But Neve Campbell's not on. All the main characters are dead except for Courtney Cox, and I don't care to see her live or die. So I'm not interested in that at all.
Don't they have new Evil Dead come out also?
I have not seen the trailer yet, but I heard everybody like flipping out.
Yeah.
They said it was really good.
Last of Us comes out tonight
on HBO.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that when I get home.
Starring Manny Santiago.
Yeah, Mandalorian.
I don't even know if that's his name.
I don't know.
I just know it's something next.
I can't remember his name.
But it's the guy who plays Mando.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Let's see. So if you can't tell already, we got our shirts.
I got
via
stickers.
TeePublic. I don't know how the fuck the search bar works because I haven't been able to just search Podcast of Pain to have it come up. I guess just hit us up on a DM and we'll give you the fucking link for it.
Hell yeah. I've shared it a couple times on my Facebook. I know we shared it a couple times on the Podcast of Pain Facebook.
Let's see. But before we get going, I want to also talk about our sponsors. As always, we are sponsored by Minor Ivana Toys and Collectibles. If they don't have it, you don't need it. Fuck Tactical Trash out because he's not doing lawns anymore. He's doing like full-time garbage.
Oh yeah.
Once he starts hitting Jackson, then we'll fucking make another commercial.
I'll say I jumped just because those neon green cans he got. Those are pretty sick looking.
Well, whenever he starts servicing Jackson, then we'll make another commercial because fuck Napoleon. Anyway, and then of course Chimera Illustration and Design. He's the guy that made our logo, which led to our awesome shirt.
Oh yeah.
So go and hit him up. And I actually have a special announcement for that too coming up. It's a little premature, and I didn't get the commercial done, but we're going to talk about it in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Also, go to patreon.com and search the podcast and paying the creator bars for our show. We're not making any money, man. We're simply sustaining all the money we do make, whether it's Public or whether it's Patreon. It's going to go back to the show, try and upgrade and all that shit, you know. Mics or boom. We're talking about getting boom stands and all this shit now. We're not going to be fucking driving Bentleys, and we're not celebrities. We're just, you know, two ham-steak, tippy-head motherfuckers on microphones talking about nerd shit. So, yeah. Even $1, man, goes a long way. So, if you guys are inclined, I think we're gonna force people to do that. I think one of the upcoming episodes, I said we're gonna just fucking we're gonna make them pay to see it, and we're gonna make it a good one.
Yeah, what's going on, Mike?
I know. What up, Mike? Let's see. We got Bill Murray coming up. We got Jack Black coming up. We got the Big Lebowski. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That'd be a good one to make people pay for.
Oh, yeah.
So $1 tiers, $3 tiers, $5 tiers. Either way, you guys can send a picture of your junk and we'll rate them. Well, either way, it'd be just fucking hilarious.
$20 and $20.
It'd be fucking hilarious just to get his email blown up with dick pics.
Oh man.
I know you don't catch up on the wrestling thing, but apparently WWE is getting ready to get sold.
I seen that.
There's a rumor that it's Saudi Arabians that are buying.
Really?
And there's like a group of fucking backstage talent, like all the wrestlers and shit are like, fuck that.
Oh man.
Well, there's a guy who's big on TV right now named Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn's Syrian. So he's never been able to do the Saudi Arabian tour just because of the whole bloodline.
Oh, really?
It's real fucked up. And then the whole female thing.
They bring back the Iron Sheik.
For to be Baba. Mike says, yeah, Papa McMahon is selling to the Saudis. I also heard later on after that was just a big rumor.
Yeah.
Now I hear the other guy, Tony Khan, who runs I don't want to call him competition, but AEW is talking about buying one. He's got deep pockets.
Oh, I bet.
Like he bought all these fucking big names and he bought another side promotion and all that shit. But I don't know. It's going to feel weird however it goes because Vince McMahon has owned that since before us. You know what I mean? So like Hulk Hogan, The Rock, all that was Vince McMahon. So we'll see how that goes. It's kind of fucking yeah, exactly. The Saudis will completely take away the female division.
They're not gonna like that too much.
No. I think that's about it. I wanted to think there was something else I wanted to talk about. Did you guys enjoy our Sopranos episode yesterday or last week? Because I didn't completely. It was good talking about it. I'm glad that we actually.
There's just so much we can still cover from it. That's what it is.
That's what I talked to her. She said she had a lot of fun. She's like, man, I'd love to do it again. And it's funny because I was trying to convince her the first time to get on the show to talk about Sopranos, and she was all apprehensive because she doesn't want to hear her own voice, and she's got anxiety and all this other bullshit. But now she's all like, oh, fuck yeah, I want to do it. I want to do a mop podcast. I can talk for hours.
Oh, yeah. We should do a whole mop podcast.
I'm like, that's why I fucking suggested you in the first place. Yeah. And you're all like,
I'm professional. What's up, Bray?
That's Bry.
Oh, Bry. Sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's about it. We're going to do at least one other episode on Sopranos once we get the functionality going. But other than that, I think we're ready to bring in, oh, did he leave?
Our special guest.
Did he leave? He left. Where's Brian?
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you go? Where did you go? I miss you so. Okay. All right. So without further ado, what time are we? I'm trying to tighten up. Okay, cool. We'll bring him in. So, no, he's still not in the. Anyway, whatever. So without further ado, we're going to start talking about our topic, John motherfucking Candy. If you're not a fan of John Candy, then we don't want you listening to our show.
Oh, yeah.
That's all there is to it. You're not cool enough to be here. This isn't one of those places that's a safe haven where, anybody of any religion and sexual gender and all that bullshit can be accepted. If you're not a nerd, then don't be here. You guys suck. Skull and Bones got delayed again.
Usually delays mean a good thing for me, though, because that means they're trying to make it right.
Well, they're finally getting Dead Island 2 up and running.
Yeah, after 12 years?
I did the math. There he is. I did the math, and it's been about 12 years since the original came out, and then when they originally put the the trailer for the second one out.
Yeah.
Like, so
I thought Riptide was the second, but we discussed that before. Like,
yeah, it was just like an extra. It's dumb.
yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna bring Brian in real quick. Brian,
Hey, how's it going?
can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Can you
All
hear
right.
me?
All right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce my good friend Brian RITSON, who is also the CEO, the guy who made our logo, CHIMERA Illustration and Design.
I cannot hear him.
You can't hear him?
Nope.
I can hear him. I can kind of hear him. Well,
There we go.
there we go. So yeah, all these now it's echoing in my headphones. But all these knobs and twists and turns really fuck me up. I'm not that smart to handle all this all at once. I'm a just record to a microphone kind of guy. Deal with it later. Anyway, so how's Brian RITSON been doing?
I'm doing great. How have you guys been doing?
Tired. But we're putzing along. We're kicking through. We're doing this podcast thing. So today our business is John Candy. Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right. So actually, first, why don't you talk about CHIMERA Illustration and Design, what it is, and who you are, and what you do?
Well, CHIMERA Illustration Design is me. I just do illustrations and I do design. So I do any artwork people need at, I feel, an affordable price.
All right, good shit. And speaking of which, it's a little early because we talked about February, but we're doing a promotion with CHIMERA Illustration where it's basically like 5 golden tickets. The first 5 people that hit up CHIMERA Illustration and Design and say the podcast of Payne sent you will get 50% off their art project, whether it's
very nice,
whether it's a book cover, a t-shirt, a logo design. So I definitely want to encourage Minor Nirvana Toys and Collectibles to be the first on that list because he doesn't have a logo.
You need a logo.
Yeah, I kept telling him, like, dude, how can I promote?
You
I try and make a t-shirt or something, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So I told him to hit up CHIMERA Illustration and Design, tell them that the podcast of Payne sent them, and go from there. But I have a little commercial in the works, which I hope it's going to be kind of cool.
It's going to be great. I love your commercials. Your commercials are fantastic.
I appreciate it. All right, so our business today is John Candy.
Oh yeah.
Will, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor. You are kind of directing this flow.
Right. Yeah. First thing I want to hit on Home Alone. He pretty much wanted to do that for free to help him out, like money wise. I guess it was like some union thing that they had to pay him, so he did it for minimum wage.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah. But I think he made that.
You think he made the movie?
No, he didn't make the movie. Like he owned that part. Like if that part wasn't in it, I mean.
Yeah, it'd have been a different tone to it. Yeah.
Sure. You got a favorite uncle? You got a favorite John Candy movie?
I think everything on my list is a favorite. John Candy's the bomb.
Oh yeah.
If I had to pick one right off the bat, I would probably say Summer Rental or maybe The Great Outdoors.
Oh yeah,
those are family favorites. Like me and my family never went on family trips necessarily per se. We went to Cedar Point once, and that was a bust. We basically stayed in on Friday or Saturday, and we watched classic movies. You know, if you had HBO back in the '80s or Skinamax or whatever, our parents would be on it as far as recording movies so that we could watch them over and over again. Great Outdoors was one of the top ones.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what we had. We had a VHS.
You got a favorite, Brian?
I have a favorite. It's probably either Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, or here, quick, let me get my list. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Uncle Buck, or what was the other one? The Great Outdoors. Those are fantastic.
My favorite one is probably Spaceballs. I like Stripes.
Stripes is he's great in that.
Mike is asking what platform you are on, Brian.
I was just getting ready to respond.
What platform am I on?
Yeah.
I think he means like Facebook. I think the link, but I think it's on Facebook and that has all your other information on there.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on what's that? DeviantArt. I'm on everything. ArtStation, anything you can, any art related social social media, I'm on it somewhere.
For sure.
See, I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, but I was so apprehensive because of the video shit. I wanted to showcase artwork I've purchased, artwork he's done for me already.
Oh yeah.
Artwork from artists I've seen at other conventions that was kind of a part of this, because you don't really know.
Yeah.
If you don't go to conventions, if you're not in the know, then you're not going to know about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I wanted to use this platform as a way to get everybody else shit out there. He actually made a board game called Ship.
I've done like 6 different board games now. During Corona, I had some free time, so I've designed up. I just designed a game last night. I saw something that inspired me, and I spent 2 hours just writing up how I want it to look and all the rules and everything.
That's pretty sweet.
Shit. So this is on top of like your normal job, right? Like this isn't your single solo source of income.
Well, it's not any income at the moment. I have to kickstart them and get them out there.
All right, well, let us know so we can post it and share it.
For sure, I appreciate that.
I love our logo.
I think
Absolutely.
I had a lot of fun. Drawing them up.
Let's see. What's next, Will?
Uncle Buck. So going along with the Home Alone, that same house was used on Uncle Buck as it was on Home Alone. At least the outside was.
I thought that was the same house.
The home of the McAllister house? Holy shit.
Yep.
All right, well, I don't believe you.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna look it up. Uncle Buck house. Uncle Buck was one of my favorites.
I can swear that's the same house.
Uncle Buck was one of my favorites. It was holy shit. All right, you're right. Sorry. It just didn't look as big in Uncle Buck as it did in Home Alone.
I love when he went up to the boyfriend with the drill.
Oh yeah.
Bug.
Bug, yep. Bug, gnat, little similarities.
I think there is. You know what a hatchet is, Bug? We could go all day just saying like movie lines.
Fucking when he goes to the principal, here's a quarter. You go down there, ratting all that thing off your face.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 little nerd things I have to interject. So Bug, I'm an 80s kid. Bug was in a movie called The Boy Who Could Fly.
Oh, okay.
Who was kind of like a savant. He was speech impaired or whatever like that.
Okay.
That was a good. I don't want to say it's a good flick, but it has Fred Savage in there when he was a little bastard.
Oh, okay.
Before he got big. And then fast forward to the principal you mentioned. That is Carmela's mom on The Sopranos, Miss DeAngelis. So yeah. I'm always on IMDb looking at who else this particular actor has been in or whatever. And it sends me down a wormhole. I don't get out very often. Uncle Buck. Oh shit, dude. Okay, so in Uncle Buck, there's another Sopranos alumnus. Sorry. I'm still not feeling all that great from yesterday. But Mustang Sally's in that. That was Buck's.
Oh, okay.
Buck's bowling guy.
Mustang Sally.
Yeah. That was a good flick. I like how he went off on the clown, the birthday clown.
Oh yeah.
Who was also the big guy from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Little Shop of Horrors. You said you don't remember him being in there, right?
I don't remember John Candy being in it.
Yeah.
I remember Steve Martin, but I don't remember him.
Yeah, he's the radio show host. Wilk Wilkinson or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a breeze. Bill Murray's in that also.
I remember Bill Murray.
That's my favorite part of the whole.
The radio show host.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got that queer haircut.
Yeah.
That little divot in there. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to go back into it. I've never been somebody hardcore about musicals.
Oh yeah.
I could probably go back and watch it just
like
for Bill
musicals.
Murray and Rick Moranis, John Candy. They've always been good in all of them. Brian mentioned Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh yeah.
Now that's a Thanksgiving movie, or is that Christmas movie?
That's what it's become.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think because he's trying to get home for Thanksgiving, so people just set it up as a Thanksgiving movie.
Which there's very few of.
Yeah.
I believe that was who's the guy that did Breakfast Club?
Oh shit.
John Hughes.
John Hughes. That's a John Hughes movie, isn't it?
I believe
I've
so.
seen that. I've seen that movie once, I think.
Really?
Planes,
man.
Trains?
So many times.
Ooh. I've seen it a couple times. It's quickly become a favorite for the holidays, even like for Christmas, like we were talking
Dan
about.
Aykroyd's in that, right?
Nope, that is Steve Martin.
Steve Martin's in it. Okay.
There's a cameo by Kevin Bacon. I think I want to think that was like his first movie, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm probably thinking, but it wasn't a big role of his.
Kevin Bacon, I think his first role was like Friday the 13th.
Oh, you're right. See, okay. I remember it not being a speaking role, and he was only on screen for a couple minutes.
Yeah, because I believe it was after Footloose that it had come out, so like a few years after Footloose.
Oh yeah. What do you got for yours, Darius?
What?
You got in your notes?
These are all the ones that I've seen, so I can go from anywhere. I love Splash.
Oh, okay.
Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah. He played the brother Freddie. He was the quintessential pervert. Drop that pocket of change and look up chicks' skirts. Always trying to get his letter to Penthouse printed.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess he even did some stuff on Sesame Street. It says here.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
I think Seth Rogen's been on Sesame Street. Which is
every big celebrity probably.
Yeah, I was looking through his stuff yesterday, and he's in this horror movie from like one of his first movies, like I think it was 1975, and it's called The Clown Murders.
Oh, okay.
I started watching it yesterday. It was the worst movie I think I've ever seen.
As I'm trying to write it down. All right, I'll take that as that. Well, we're not going to watch The Clown Murders.
I mean, he was good, but like everything else in it was just terrible.
Oh man. Is there a movie that you? Well, Brian already covered that. What about you? Is there a role that he's done that you weren't particularly fond of?
I would have to say his last movie. I didn't really care for Wagon Z's.
Never saw it.
Oh, okay. And he died during the making of that, but
it was either that or Canadian Bacon that I knew he passed away.
Yeah, I think it was Wagon Z's. I think it was.
And I want to interject too and be the asshole for just a second, as John Candy passed away in 1993. Or was it 4?
4.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm almost positive.
He was only like 43, which is ridiculous.
In your face, John Candy. I'll make it till April. But no, I remember my mom and I were at McDonald's on Michigan Ave, right across from the Westwood Mall, which has gone to hell in the last 20 years. Holy shit. But that was on the news, on the TV, and look, John Candy died, blah, blah, blah. And I said to myself, well, they're going to have to dig a pretty big hole.
No.
Well, he's a national treasure. I wasn't really hip to it. I was just slowly working into my asshole personality. Sorry. Let's talk about the bad movies.
Which one?
Hot to Trot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love Hot to Trot.
Who was the horse?
It was John Candy.
No, okay, I got mixed up. He was the horse. Yeah. The main character,
Zed.
His horse was Don, right?
Yeah.
So the main character was Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It doesn't even say his name. It says Don the horse. It doesn't
really
even say John Candy.
I guess that was like his request. Like, I'll do it. I just don't want anybody to know.
Don't put my name on it.
Yeah, don't put my name on it.
His part in National Lampoons is one of my favorite too. It's brief, but it's like one of my favorite roles of it.
I think that's the first one I have on my list.
Oh yeah,
the bumbling security guard.
Yeah,
she's up front. Should have told you.
You should swim with a BB gun.
Like, that's not a real gun, is it, Clark?
It's a Magnum PI.
Oh, you break the skin.
You couldn't even break the skin with that dude. He shot him in the ass. Ooh. Rusty? May I call you Rusty? I had a bad experience on this ride the last time. What happened? I threw up.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was watching Stripes the other day actually, and the whole time I was watching it, I was thinking of Jason Whitney and his Marine Corps
No.
training. He told
Don't
stories.
do
He's
that
telling
to
me.
John Candy.
No, that's all I could think of.
All right. Well, I saw, shockingly enough, I didn't even have Stripes on.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I just completely forgot about it.
Oh yeah.
I almost put that up there as one of my favorite Bill Murray and Harold Ramis movies too. There's a lot of good actors in that.
Oh, for sure. Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold wasn't the guy from Night Court. John Larroquette, wasn't he in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the jerk.
Yeah.
Summer Rental.
I actually never seen that one.
Get the fuck out of
Summer
here.
Rental.
All right, now we're gonna go ahead and pause this show so Will can take an hour and a half and watch Summer Rental. Summer Rental was basically like, imagine taking your family. Well, imagine never taking a vacation.
Okay.
He played an air traffic controller, had one of his meltdowns, freakouts, and his boss was like, "Why don't you take some time off?" And he finally schedules a family vacation, and they're gonna go out to the beach. And it's pretty much a typical situation. They get before Airbnbs, but they rent a house.
Oh, okay.
They show up, they get the key out of the mailbox, get all settled in, and then another fucking family comes in. Like, what are you doing in our house?
No.
They're like, I got my receipt right here.
I have to watch it.
Yeah, it's a good flick. It's got Kerry Green from Goonies, Joey Lawrence at a very young age. Also, it has John Larroquette in it.
Yes. Has the
Rip
guy
Torn?
from
Rip Torn, huh?
Rip Torn's in it.
Yeah. The
Rip
guy
Torn always
from
pops up in random ass
First
shit.
Blood.
Like,
Fresh Blood.
First Blood.
First Blood. Oh yeah,
The
Richard
Richard
commanding
Crenna.
officer.
Yeah.
He plays the asshole.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
your
a
homework.
rich
You're gonna
snob.
respond. You're gonna come back.
I definitely will.
I think you'll appreciate it.
I mean,
Well, on
how can
vacation. One thing I wanted to jump in with is if they were to ever remake any John Candy movies, and I don't know if they have or not, who would you want to see play John Candy's role?
Shit.
Or could you?
No,
I don't know. You
not
said Jonah
anybody.
Hill, but I don't even know if I want to see that.
No. Because he
All
has
right.
to be like lovable and like just like good natured, and nobody's really like that anymore.
No.
Not to that degree. I could find one that would pass, at least for me. Kevin James.
Oh, okay. I don't like
Yeah,
Kevin
he could
James.
do all right. But I don't think he has the ability for it.
Yeah. I mean, some of these, because basically a lot of John Candy's roles are those kind of quirky, but lovable father figures.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him even playing Barf on Spaceballs.
Yeah. The thing with Kevin James, I feel like they already replaced all of Chris Farley's roles that he would have been in. Like Grown Ups.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Like that,
I can see that.
Yeah.
Chris Farley definitely would have been in that.
If you hadn't mentioned that, I wouldn't have thought of it. So fuck you. But I'm looking at like Uncle Buck. I could see him as that kind of loser relative that nobody wants to talk to, unless in extreme circumstances. I could see him at the goofy security guard in National Lampoon's Vacation. Planes, trains, and automobiles to a degree. Great Outdoors.
That's why I said Jonah Hill, because he's kind of like that too.
No, Jonah Hill already fucked up
Didn't
the
he?
remake of Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh, I didn't even watch that piece of shit. So
that was terrible.
It was if it wasn't such a Jonah Hill type of movie, I guess it'd have been all right.
Okay.
But it's the same exact concept.
Yeah. I didn't know he was in that. I thought it was like a Disney Channel original or some shit. They did that.
The Disney Channel, I would say, was almost better than the Jonah Hill movie.
Oh, so there's another one besides that one?
The Jonah Hill movie is called The Sitter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, basically Jonah Hill is trying to get laid.
Oh.
And somehow he ends up getting roped into babysitting 3 little kids. And they go on all kinds of adventures through the town. Just like Adventures in Babysitting. I think they end up at a nightclub too,
Oh, really?
but not to that degree. They don't do the whole singing number.
They didn't do the
Jesus.
babysitting blues.
Nobody leave this place without singing the blues.
Without singing the blues.
Do a whole episode on that movie.
It's coming. Here's a lesser known one. Who's Harry Crumb?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The boots to match.
What was it that he studied Aikido?
What's that?
He studied Aikido. Wasn't that the martial arts that he did?
He had a black belt in Aikido and the boots to match.
And the boots to match. Shout out Jeffrey Jones, pervert. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Jones has got himself involved with the child pedophilia, the pornography. So there goes Ferris Bueller. There goes Beetlejuice. Howard the Duck. He kind of looks like a.
That don't surprise me, not honestly.
That was like early 2000s, I think, too.
Yeah. Man, the last good movie he did was The House Guest with Sinbad.
Oh no.
Oh, geez. All right. So here's Harry Crumb, which also had Annie Potts.
Yep.
The guy from Trancers. I forget his name.
The blonde guy, yeah.
Yeah, played Vince Barnes.
Oh,
Vince
okay.
Barnes, number 9. Yes, very good.
Good.
And that was the first time I saw Shawnee Smith, the Jigsaw's side chick from Saw.
Oh, okay.
She was also in
Summer School.
Yep.
That's another good clip. That's another good. Oh, we gotta write
That's a
that
good
down
flick,
too.
yeah.
Summer School. Rest in peace, Kirstie Alley. What about Mark Harmon? Is he dead? No, he's not dead.
No, he's still doing those like CBS shows.
He should go ahead and die then.
So you said you're not a big fan of Cool Runnings, right?
Yeah, I saw it once. A lot of people really love it.
I love it.
I don't get it. However, since we just spoke of The Sopranos last week, when Tony Soprano gets clipped and he gets his ear blown off and he's recuperating and all his friends come home. And was it AJ that was kind of like scared?
Yeah.
Told him like it's going to take more than a Jamaican bobsled with cap guns to take out.
That's all he said that.
He always had a way with words.
Oh shit.
Summer rental. So put that on your list, man. Definitely. Planes, Trains, Automobiles. I heard Crumb, Hot Tribe. Sorry, you guys. I had to.
Nothing But Trouble was a horrible movie that he was
Tell me
in.
you've seen Nothing But Trouble. Okay. That had John Candy playing multiple roles. He played 1, 2.
A brother and sister, I think.
Yeah, the brother and the sister. And then you had Dan Aykroyd playing multiple roles.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase. Demi Moore. I think Demi Moore was at her hottest at that point, in my opinion.
Shit, that was before like Eddie Murphy and them started doing that double roll shit.
Yeah.
That was like, yeah.
It was pretty wild. It was a good flick, though. I really enjoyed it.
Had
Just
the
all the
hooky dance in the
gags.
middle.
That's one of the few that I still have on DVD still. Nothing.
Is
But
that the
Trouble.
one where he eats that fish at the table? Is it? What is that?
Hot dogs. He had like those old school.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Before they put in lights at the stadium or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was one of those side towns. That's one of those movies where just stay the fuck at home because you end up fucking up and end up in the Mr. Ripper, the machine that they had. And that was the first time I saw Digital Underground too.
Yeah.
With Tupac.
Oh, yeah.
So go back
that's
with
right.
Tupac. You people are sick, wicked, funky, misanthropic, codependent animals. And I would have my sister, who was once queen of the Mardi Gras, sitting at a table with a pickle shooting train.
Oh, God.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite line of that whole movie.
That's the most memorable.
Chris, put this tape on. Let's junk out. He always reminded me of Big Gay Pete, the hairdresser. Did you ever get your hair? No, you probably didn't. You probably weren't around that.
Was that?
There's a guy who used to cut hair in Jackson named Pete. Everybody knew him as the Big Gay Pete.
Was he at Meyer?
one of those off, like that little mark that's where Joanne's is, where Quench is at now.
If I'm thinking right, he was bald, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in so long.
Oh, okay. If
He used to come over to
the guy I'm
Warehouse
thinking of, I know
Records
what
when
you're
I
talking
worked
about.
there.
Well, he was cool as shit. He always reminded me of that. I forget the actor's name. Damn it. He was in a lot of movies. Nothing but trouble. Taylor
Negron.
Yeah,
Negron,
that was it. Who also played the mailman in Better Off Dead.
Oh, okay.
Also played the pizza guy in Fast Times. Good shit. Uncle Buck. We already spoke on Uncle Buck.
Oh, yeah, but you could do a whole thing on
You ever
this.
see Armed and Dangerous?
Ooh, Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
Had Tiny Lister.
Actually,
Robert Loggia, Meg Ryan. I forget who played her dad, but her dad looked like Dusty Rhodes back in the day.
Oh, really?
Dusty Rhodes.
Listen, baby, we got this movie for you, baby. You gonna play armed security guards, daddy. I had the guy that played Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. He was in it.
Okay.
With hair, like you very recognize him if you didn't know it was him.
Yeah, it was. That was him. Yeah.
Eugene Levy. Do you remember Breaking Bad very well, Will?
I actually only watched season 3. I watched up to the part where Breaking Bad, where they get the factory thing going, under the underground factory going.
All right, so you remember where they had the junkyard, and Mike not Ehrmantraut, but his brother Hank found Jesse at his RV or whatever, trying to break in or whatever like that. And there's that guy that comes up. Hey, do you have probable cause? That guy was also in Armed and Dangerous.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of good familiar faces.
Screams a lot in that. Watch out, Anthony.
Yeah.
Look out for that, Anthony.
Mike says Anthony. He is hilarious. He has no filter.
So Armed and Dangerous, put that on your list too. Serious. So either you should have like a weekend whenever you have time off. Just watch these movies back to back.
Rookie of the Year. He was good in that.
Movies up. What'd you say, Brian? I didn't hear you.
Rookie of the Year.
John Candy?
Yeah, he's the announcer.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That's another one I forgot. Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, that's the thing about John Candy. He's in some things where you don't even like. He's like so fast that you don't ever really recognize it. Really.
I wonder what kind of payday you get from something like that. Being a big name like John Candy.
John Candy did a lot of stuff
He was
like
actually in it for a decent amount too.
Rookie of the Year. Was that the little kid?
Yeah. When he breaks his arm, he has that mean ass.
Funky butt loving.
Funky butt loving. Yep.
Right. Shit. All right.
Who went on to do those? I can't remember the name of them.
Oh, American Pie.
Yes.
He's on the con circuit. He does music and stuff now. I never wanted to meet him. He just kind of looked.
He only did
he's
like
not
2 or 3 movies.
Now, do you think if John Candy was still alive, do you think he'd be doing cons?
Oh no,
you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because none of them guys really do. But John Candy seems like a cool guy, so he might do it.
That's hard to say.
Dan Aykroyd, he does weird stuff. Like he does his like vodka signings and stuff.
Yeah,
he's into conspiracy theories and everything.
Yeah,
man, I don't know if I want to meet Dan Aykroyd either.
I don't know.
Just lay all that weird shit on you. It was like the time I met Gary Busey.
Oh, you did?
Oh God,
yeah. I didn't know that. That'd been wild, probably.
Okay, so sidebar really quick. We went to Motor City Nightmares in Novi, Michigan, and Gary Busey, I think he was the guest of honor. Take from that what you will. But we got in line, and we had Melina, who's at the time, I think, she was like 2, and he was like, "How old is she?" And I think we were like 2. And she's like, "Yeah." She just told me with her eyes, and we're just like, kids can tell you all kinds of stuff just with their eyes.
Reading minds, dude.
I'm like, if you're picking up on that, Yeah, we're gonna get out of the line.
No, fuck that. Dude.
We're done. Thanks. Nice meeting you. See you later. Appreciate you. And I read into it later on because I had no idea. Like, he didn't used to be fucked up.
Yeah, a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, motorcycle accident. Wasn't wearing a helmet. Yeah. I'm like, all right, that explains it. John Candy at cons, though.
You don't think so?
I think you might do like
what would he charge?
Some of the big ones.
And what would you pay?
Yeah.
Like Wizard World or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
San Diego.
Well, that's an awesome segue. We should go ahead and talk about another con coming up, which is Astronomicon 6. March 3rd, 4th, and 5th at Burton Manor in Livonia, Michigan. And I'm going to do my damnedest to get those fuckers to be a sponsor, even if they just offer us like a entry ticket. We'll give it away to somebody who likes or subscribes or some shit.
They're pretty sick.
Anyway, the guest of honor is Kevin Smith of Silent Bob, Chasing Amy, Mallrats, Clerks, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob franchise. He's only going to be there Saturday alongside Jason Mewes, who plays Jay. Trish Stratus, WWE Hall of Famer, is going to be there. Doug Bradley, who played Hellraiser, he played Pinhead in Hellraiser. Okay. Sorry.
I don't know.
Other Clerks alumnus, Brian O'Halloran is going to be there. Jeff Anderson is going to be there. Trevor Fairman, who played Elias in Clerks 2 and 3. They just added Jeff Anderson, who played Randall. He's going to be there. John Lovitz, comedy legend, SNL, the critic. He's going to be there Saturday and Sunday. Wrestling Hall of Famer Rikishi's going to be there. Bonnie Aarons of The Nun's going to be there. Quinn Lord of Trick or Treat, played Sam's, going to be there. Other wrestling legend Sabu's going to be there. Michael Berryman, you might know him from Hills Have Eyes or Devil's Rejects, is going to be out there. Harley Quinn Smith, the daughter of Kevin Smith, is going to be out there. ECW legend The Sandman, Ricky Dean Logan from Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Dead, and Back to the Future 2 is going to be there. James O'Barr, the creator of The Crow. I don't care. He looks like a dick.
He's an ass.
Did you meet him?
I met him. No. I met him like 15 years ago. The guy's a douchebag.
See, now this is why I feel like I have like a sixth sense, because I can just look at this guy and say, I don't want to meet him. He looks like a dickhead. He just has that look on him, I don't care if I have a number one. I wouldn't get a sign from him.
One of them dickheads that wear the sunglasses.
No, he's just a dick.
Oh, yeah.
He's just
he
an
just looks
asshole.
like a total dickhead. Also, Bill Morrison, who's a comic book artist known for The Simpsons and Futurama. Dirk Manning, who's a comic book writer, Source Point Press. He did Butts and Seats, the Tony Schiavone story. He's also doing the Arn Anderson story. And he's got a 20-year celebration coming up for 20 years in horror, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Coming up. He's going to debut all that shit at Astronomicon. Dave Santia. If you haven't seen him speed paint live, oh, dude, don't miss that.
Yeah, I seen him online doing it. But...
Yeah, he's cool as shit. And he's a really big dude. He looks like Tiny from Devil's Rejects.
Oh shit!
Where he hunches over to talk to you and stuff like that. Jason Moore, who's another comic book artist and inker for Gates of Hell, Elvira, and Halloween, just to name a few. He's gonna be out there. He's a cool dude. They got some guy named Ryan J. Downey, I guess had something to do with MTV News. Loudwire and Knotfest is going to be out there. And that's it so far. I'm hoping they will add one or two more names. But yeah, March 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Burton Manor and Livonia, Michigan. VIP is available for the Kevin Smith experience, but they are about 60% sold out. And he's only going to be there Saturday. So if you ever want to meet him, get a picture, get your autograph, you're not going to find another con anywhere nearby.
I'm trying to work it out so I can go.
Well, it sounds like he's going to be shooting a movie around here. He's bringing everybody with him.
I know. That's wild.
That'll be sick.
But I think that's they've got a really good working relationship with Astronomicon, because they started out with Brian O'Halloran. I think he stepped in. Somebody canceled last minute, and they brought Brian O'Halloran in last minute. He's always been cool as fuck, but then they also brought Ming Chen.
Oh,
He's kind of like an ambassador, so to speak.
I'd like to meet him. He's from Jackson.
I know. He still
open
brags about it. He's like, oh yeah, Aladdin's Castle. We don't have that anymore. Dude.
Everything you remember from the 80s, 90s, bro, we don't have anymore.
Yeah, imagine being in an underground bunker for like 30 years and then coming up top.
Blast from the past.
That's pretty much what it is. Everything is gone.
Aladdin's Castle hasn't been there since 1992.
Oh my god!
It's just for fun.
Oh man, we have shoe stores and Dollar Generals on every corner now. That's
everywhere.
Imagine them doing a back to
up here,
Jackson.
Oh man,
you're horrible.
But yeah, I was freaking out trying to figure out what the hell am I going to get signed. If I'm going to get one thing signed from Kevin Smith, what am I going to get signed? And I just found this Clerks holiday special. See if I can pull it up and get the
green screen was fucking with it. Oh, there you go.
Clerks holiday special, and it's got all 4 actors that are going to be there. So I think that's going to be one of those once in a lifetime things I got to go get done. One of those many things that the kids are going to probably hawk for $50 when I'm gone.
What's this?
Comic books. Stupid.
Throw away.
Yep. Only the Lonely. John Candy had Ali Sheedy.
That's one of the only ones I never saw.
Oh, really? It was one of those. It's like one of those rom-coms.
Oh, okay.
I think John Candy is a police officer who takes care of his invalid mother, kind of like I do with my dad.
You smell popcorn?
Is that a fart joke?
No,
my dad's making popcorn.
Oh, okay, I was making sure man had a stroke.
The kids always fucking do that shit. They blow ass. They do that.
My favorite thing is actually smell cake.
Hey, do you smell popcorn?
I did it to Rocky one time in the warehouse. Like, Rocky, you smell cake? You want?
Yeah, Only the Lonely was like a rom-com. It was John Candy who played a police officer, lived with his mom, or his mom lived with him rather, and she's like always up his ass. She's old school Irish, so if you're a different religion than her, then she's gonna fucking say something. She's always gonna say something inappropriate, not butter tongue. She's gonna make your life a living hell. He ends up getting together with Ali Sheedy, who is, what do you call the makeup artist at a funeral home? Just makeup artist?
I guess so, mortician.
But she did the makeup at mortician's office. That's how they got together. And are you Italian? Well, I knew this one WAP girl that lived in our neighborhood. She was incredibly stupid. Just those inappropriate joke type, It was a good flip though. It had Jim Belushi in it.
Oh, okay.
One of those movies where you're not sure if anything's going to work out, but it always ends up working out. Yeah.
All right. So there's a movie you could replace a character with John Candy in it nowadays, what would it be?
Give me an example.
Like any kind of movie. Like what character would you place for John Candy?
So like recast.
Yeah, like recast if you're still alive.
John Candy.
Yeah.
Give me your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Oh, no.
Terminator.
That's the first thing I came up with.
Still at that point.
I want to see him in the Matrix.
Oh, he could play Cypher. I would like to see him in. Well, I mean, Nothing But Trouble wasn't exactly a horror movie, but I'd like to see him do like a scary movie.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because I like when actors do that. When you let's say, I'm not gonna say Will Smith because fuck Will Smith right now. But Jim Carrey, for example, you're so used to seeing him in comedy movies, and then he does the number 23, which is completely out of his element, and he kills it. I'd like to see John Candy do something like a psychological thriller.
That's sweet.
Something like
I think he probably could, because like if you look at his character in like JFK, there's nothing like any other character he ever did.
Yeah.
He was like the cool cat, daddy-o kind of guy. I mean, he had like the charisma to basically do anything.
Yeah. It just sucks. We didn't get that far.
Yeah.
It always makes you wonder, like, what if? You know, he would have made that one. Maybe he would have played John Wayne Gacy in a fucking
could have.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Holy shit. Instead of Francis.
That would have been fucking wild.
Mark Holton from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That was pretty fucking scary. That was pretty, yeah. Did we mention Cool Runnings? What about the Great Outdoors?
Heck yeah.
John Candy, Dan Aykroyd, Annette Bening. I remember the kids from other stuff, but I can't think right off.
Yeah, but they weren't like anything.
They weren't
that never
big.
really went anywhere. But yeah, the bear story.
Oh yeah.
What was the guy with the skunk hair who got struck by lightning?
Oh,
He always got hit by lightning.
Rich?
I forget his
Reg?
name. Yeah, I think it was something like that.
66 times.
That was on their family classic. See, that was one that we all gather up around the TV on a Saturday, pop some popcorn, whatever, and laugh our asses off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot
Boys
that bear
love
in the ass.
I laugh my ass off every time with that part.
John Candy trying to eat the 76er.
Yeah.
There's nothing but gristle and fat on that plate. And you know, nowadays they would totally make you do
Oh
that.
yeah.
We're not getting you shit free. There's still stuff there.
Crumbs.
We'll get it
throw
down
anyway.
but throw some t-shirts into it.
Gross. And then they come home. Look at the maggots on that meat. Oh. He did it though.
Fucking
He
raccoons.
made it home. And then the girl, the comedy girl,
Oh,
Tammy. The only other movie I've seen her in was The Boy Who Could Fly. She was in The Boy Who Could Fly. She was in Cheetah with Keith Coogan. That came out in the
I've never
90s.
seen either one of those.
Well, Cheetah. Once you get the story, it's been done all the time.
Oh, okay.
Boy Who Could Fly. You're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, oh, that was dumb as hell.
Waste
It was
time.
for the time, you know. It was one of those cult classics. Great Outdoors. That was also the first time I heard the Land of a Thousand Dances by Wilson Pickett.
Oh, okay.
And that's how it froze up on me. There it goes. Like that whole family together, it really encapsulated what family togetherness should be.
Mhm.
Even though I don't know about you, my family's fucked up. Do you guys ever do that? You and your family ever do that? Where you guys would go get a cabin and
Well, we used to go
camp
camping. We
or-
go camping every year still to this day.
Yeah. Is it like a whole family or is it like just extended
The
family?
whole fucking family.
Lucky.
Yeah, we
I don't know about
we
that.
went on one vacation and it was terrible and we never went on one again.
Yeah, see, that was like us. We went to Sandusky, Ohio to go to Cedar Point. It rained the whole fucking time. Me and my sister were waterlogged as hell the next day, the next week. And my dad spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get me and my sister these Dragon Ninja Turtles. One of those big ring toss games. Horrible. Needless to say, we never went again. So thank God for cable.
We couldn't get cable. I lived out in the middle of nowhere.
It was a luxury. It was one of those things like, all right, well, instead of like going outside and doing what all your friends do, like going on big trips to Paris or the park or having normal family fun, we'll watch a movie. And it's pretty odd because we were more brought together by John Candy and Bill Murray than actual family togetherness.
Yeah, we always go to Yogi Bear Campground every year.
That's in
Fremont.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good time.
We have yet to talk about Spaceballs.
All Spaceballs.
Yeah.
I always want to cosplay the virus.
Yeah. More up. I've only seen the most I've seen cosplays for Spaceballs was Darth Helmet.
Oh yeah,
And it's Spaceballs.
yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do the virus one before. So.
No, I have seen the dark helmet. My friend did that. She looked like Rick Moranis when she was in the outfit. It was awesome.
That's cool as shit. I do have a picture from, I think, a Chicago convention. There was a guy in the distance in the background who was dressed up as Bart. Yeah, that was a good flick. I actually saw Spaceballs long before I ever saw Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I didn't get a lot of the jokes. I had never seen Aliens all the way through.
Oh, no. Hello,
Yeah.
honey. Hello, Ireland.
Like, I knew what it was. I knew that was a joke from the movie.
Yeah.
I
But you
knew,
hadn't seen it.
was it William Hurt or John Hurt?
Yeah. John
From the
Hurt.
movie. I knew he was from the movie, but I didn't get any of the jokes or any of the references.
Oh, man.
Hello, my baby.
I got it. We on Pluto. I said, Harry, how can you tell? The bark, dummy. That was a good flick. I want to think that they were supposed to be doing like an animated version of that for the longest time, and it never came to fruition.
They were going to, yeah, and it never did it. They never.
I heard they even
There's a
got.
comic book series, isn't there?
I couldn't tell you. I don't think so.
Oh, for some reason I thought there was.
I keep
Well, I heard
hearing
the
they're
whole
going to make a
Riverdale,
sequel
they
to
were
the
getting
movie.
Daphne Zuniga, they were getting Bill Pullman. Obviously, they couldn't get John Candy or Joan Rivers, but they were gonna do an animated series about it.
The Joan Rivers was the C-3PO type character, right?
Yeah, Dot Matrix.
Yeah.
Quit looking up my candy. What are your favorite scenes in Spaceballs?
Shit. I think my favorite one there was
Comb the
he's
desert.
like,
Comb the
Dark
desert.
Helm-
Was my
Dark Helm-
favorite.
a bunch of assholes.
Comb the desert.
Oh yeah,
We
that,
ain't found shit.
Oh, shit.
I think I found a video of that same actor. I think he had done other stuff like Star Trek or something important.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
said-
He's in like one of those Star Trek series. I think he's like the Vulcan guy.
Yeah. But what I'm known for is the line from Spaceballs, dragging this giant pick through a desert.
can't forget about Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut. Yeah. Gangster.
Don DeLuise.
Oh man, and yeah, I look pretty hard. You can see Dom DeLuise behind all that shit.
Yeah.
Now. You can like see his chin. Really bad animatronics. But that's gross, man.
That dude like
couldn't
eating the
imagine.
pepper.
You're delicious. What was his name? Vinny, the
Yeah.
gangster guy.
Yeah.
Gross. He became locked in his limousine and ate himself to death.
And fucking yogurt. That's Mel Brooks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also played President Scrooge.
Yeah.
They had a lot of good gags in there. Like once I got older,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh shit,
So I didn't appreciate Mel Brooks stuff when I was younger, and now I do.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't make that movie. You
No,
could
you
make the
can't make
last
that
movie
movie.
ever made.
That was
what's the
supposed
one
to
about
be,
the Ten Commandments?
That was supposed to be what's his face? Was supposed to play that, and they wouldn't let him. One of the biggest actors from the 70s. I can't think of his name right now. My brain's mush.
Yeah, see, that's what happens.
Well, he was like he was everybody's favorite comedian back in the day. Like
Richard Pryor?
Richard Pryor was supposed to be. He helped write it, and he was supposed to be in it, and they wouldn't let him.
Yeah. That's another thing we're gonna have on the podcast is like roles that were offered to other actors
Yeah.
who ended up going to somebody else.
Yeah.
Probably the most notable I can think of right now is Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
about Ghostbusters?
I know some, then there's Star Wars also,
Yeah,
and Back to the Future.
Oh yeah. Well, Ghostbusters.
Nick Nolte was supposed to be Han Solo.
Yeah.
Ew.
There was a couple people that are up for it.
Yeah,
Like
Well, I
Russell.
Ghostbusters. Eddie Murphy was supposed to be Winston.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard.
John Candy was actually supposed to be Rick Moranis' part.
I'm surprised John Candy wasn't in that movie.
Yeah.
He
was in the- he was in the video.
Reason.
He was in the music video.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody was. Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Keep him away from Bill Murray.
But speaking of Ernie Hudson, he was in Going Berserk with John Candy.
Holy shit. All right, well, I'll put that on the list because I never saw Going Berserk either.
Yeah,
I
well,
went through
got,
IMDb. and
It's
I'm
got
like,
Levy in it,
yeah.
yep.
Okay. That came out in the early 90s, right?
No, that was like early 80s.
Holy
That was one of his like early roles.
What was John Candy's first movie? I wonder.
I think it was that Clown Murders. When I looked it up, it was something
Oh,
like
okay.
that, which was
I didn't look that up. Forgot to check in on that.
just a bad movie.
dare I say, almost anything with clowns in it is probably going to be really bad.
Except for Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Nah, Art the Clown's pretty good.
I think they got better as they went along.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was renting a Jay and Silent Bob movie at the video store back when we
Yeah, I
still had
remember
Blockbuster.
Vulgar.
Yeah. Somebody said, "Have you ever seen Vulgar?"
Mm.
And it's about a guy who plays a kid's birthday clown. I'm like, okay, that sounds interesting. It's gotta be hilarious. And Clerks is awesome. Mallrats is awesome. It was not what I expected. It was not a comedy at all.
I think that was like his friend. I don't know if he directed that. I think his friend directed it, and he just like put it on his whatever his View Askew label is.
Yeah.
Mike says Killer Clowns from Outer Space is underrated.
That's a good one.
Oh shit! They're gonna be at Astronomicon too.
Oh yeah,
There's gonna be in costume photo ops.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah!
I can't wait for that video game to come out.
Yeah, it comes out this year.
Yeah.
Ooh, hopefully.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, because Skull and Bones got delayed again.
Yeah, that's kind of a good thing for me because I can wait as long as they're gonna do it right.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Holy shit! Okay, so I'm reading the synopsis for the Clown Murders. 4 men kidnapped an old girlfriend on Halloween night as a joke to ruin a real estate deal, only to have a very real clown masked killer stalk them, seeking revenge. Oh man, he doesn't play the clown, does he?
No, he plays like there's like it's. I could only get through like a half hour of it. I didn't even get the whole part. They're like these rich dudes. They were playing polo, and he was like one of their friends. Of course, he's the fat friend. They always have him eating the whole time, so it was just stereotypical and dumb.
Verno.
But he was like the best actor in the whole bunch.
Well, now I'm intrigued, but you told me not to watch it. So...
I mean, you can give it a try. I couldn't stomach it for more than a half hour, and I tried. I'm like, all right, I gotta watch this. No, I couldn't.
Follow That Bird, which had every major actor in the 80s in that.
Brewster's Millions was really good.
That was good. That was Richard Pryor, too.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't write that down, but yeah, that was a good flick. Splash.
Yeah, he was his best friend.
Okay. 83. Going Berserk, rated R. He's got quite an afro on him. Eugene Levy. Joe Flaherty. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he was in Going Berserk as well. Because they were on SCTV together. Like all those guys were on SCTV together.
Yeah. Kurtwood Smith, Ernie Hudson, Pat Hingle, Paul Dooley. Huh, a lot of good names in there.
Oh, yeah.
Why is Ernie Hudson going to play a guy named Mohammed?
His role is, it kills me. He played, John Candy gets busted for fighting in this strip club, and he gets put in a cop car and handcuffed to Ernie Hudson, and then they break out, and Ernie Hudson wants to go see his girlfriend, and it just gets crazy from there.
John Candy fights are always the best. Mud wrestling and stripes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, he was fighting the women off the stage like it was a male strip club. So he was just playing the drummer, and all these women just kept attacking the stripper, and he was grabbing them and throwing them back into the crowd.
Jesus. All right. Well, my list is done. What about you guys?
I'm pretty set.
Yeah, I've talked about everything.
All right. Well, good deal. So yeah, Going Berserk is on my list. I guess I'm gonna try and track down the Clown Murders.
Good luck.
I'll let you know how it
I
goes.
had to find some I have like for my streaming box, it's like a Roku player.
Yeah.
And it was some obscure streaming service on there that I had to find it on.
Like Freebie or something?
No, it was like TV Time or something like that. And it wouldn't like none of the mainstream streaming services had it. I had to find some crazy weird old streaming service.
So that's really bad. I mean, you can even find Mac and Me on DVD out there. That was bad.
Still can't
Good
find
luck,
Paper
good luck.
Brigade.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna let that die either until I find that fucker.
Which one?
Paper Brigade.
Oh, Paper Brigade.
I'm
Robert
hooked on
England.
that.
Grover Beindorf from House Arrest.
Yeah,
There was a set of bullies in that too, right?
yeah. That's when Robert England hooks him up with those paintball guns to fucking fight them off.
Didn't he have ducks or something?
Yeah.
Like protecting his yard.
I'm not gonna rest until I find the copy of that.
Good luck, man. All right. Well, we have any parting words for John Candy?
Oh, R.I.P. Gone too soon.
We kind of spoke on it, but like, name a big movie, like a favorite movie that would, if you could have John Candy in it, it would make it a little better. Or I still say I'd like to see him in a suspense drama,
Yeah,
horror
definitely
movie type of thing.
for sure.
Terrifier. He could play the clown in that. Clown.
That'd be kind of scary. That big motherfucker coming at you.
I like your idea of John Wayne Gacy. I think he would have been great for that.
Oof. But that would ruin all the rest of the movies. So like kind of like Jeffrey Jones now being a pedophile, it ruins all his movies. So if John Candy were just to play John Wayne Gacy, I think that would.
Yeah, but if you look at him, he kind of already looks like one.
Yeah, you're talking about Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah, I looked when I was a kid. I was like, that motherfucker was creepy.
As he got older, he did get creepier.
Yeah.
I know, he's chasing down a teenage boy across town all day. Finally catches up to who he thinks this is, and he comes to his house, breaks in his house. That's sus.
Oh shit!
I also have a scorching case of herpes. Good shit. All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap it up then. Thanks for being here, Brian. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you bringing me on. It was fantastic. Made my night.
Right. Well, we'll have to plan another one. We have a calendar full of different events, and they're coming up with ideas all the time. So we'll fish them out to you. See what you want to do.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you.
Yep. Take care.
See ya.
And thank you, Mike, for watching.
Shit. All right. So, as we close today, I just want to remind everybody that if you guys are listening to this as an audio podcast, we are finally on YouTube, and it seems to be going okay. So check us out every Sunday, promptly at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out the Patreon. Search up the podcast Pain. Consider giving us $1 or $5, like Keith and Brian, and help us branch out to other projects. We're gonna be at Astronomicon. We're gonna be at Astronomicon. I don't care. I'll make you call in. I'll drag you out.
Saturday, I can go on Saturday.
Yeah, do it.
I think the money which
What,
should be a
fucking
problem.
Kevin Smith? It's not gonna come around again.
I guess there's even tickets available for him still or not.
Oh yeah, like I said, I think the VIP shit is sitting at 60%.
Okay,
So
maybe
it's probably gonna go, but
I'm
people are
probably
probably
going
gonna
to
wait
program my ticket up then.
people are probably gonna wait till taxes. That's coming up. Everybody's getting their W-2s.
My payday's Friday. I'm hitting it up then.
I have decided that I'm gonna get a PlayStation 5. I think I did tell that. I don't know if it was on the show or pre-show or whatever. I'm gonna get a fucking PS5. They're forcing it. They're forcing my hand. I'm gonna give the kids the PS4 so they can drive themselves nuts.
Pass it down the line.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying my new Switch.
Oh, so what all do you have on the Switch right now?
Right now, I got Mario Party and the N64 pack, which is pretty fun because that has Mario Kart racing and all the old school shit.
Yeah.
Even it's like the Yoshi Story.
I don't know what any of those off-brand Mario games.
Oh, really?
I always stuck to the Mario.
Well, they got Mario 64 on there. They got Banjo-Kazooie.
I never played Mario 64.
Really?
I had a 64. I never played it. I was strictly the wrestling games.
Oh yeah.
And then
that's why I wish they put on there is what's it called? The first wrestling game I ever played. I forget the name of it though. It had Stone Cold Steve Austin on the front of it.
Had it been Warzone.
That's the first one you could create your own character.
Yeah, that was Warzone.
Yeah, I always used Rikishi. You rub your ass in people's face.
What are you trying to tell us, Will?
I was like 6 and laughed my ass off.
PS5 is the jam, says Brian. See, well, I know, like, I go back and forth. This is another thing that we're going to talk about, like video game pilgrimage. We're going to start as early back as I started with Atari.
Yeah.
And then how we evolved from there, like how I chose an Xbox over PlayStation, and then how I ended up switching to PlayStation over Xbox, and where we are now.
My first system was a NES.
I think we're going to have PC Master Race, but PS5 is a good second option. Okay. I've never gamed on a PC. I played Doom. Like when PC games first started getting
Doom
big.
was the shit.
Yeah. Well, all the cheat codes too, like God mode and all that. Like I'd never played any game like that before. All I knew was Carmen Sandiego, and then a friend introduced me to
I had
Doom,
that.
and I was
I had
just like,
that. My first games I played on a game, my grandma got them. And we had Fatty Bear, we had Putt Putt, Doom, and Chex Quest. Chex Quest was like Doom, but you got it in a cereal box.
yeah.
And you play as pretty much a Chex cereal piece, and you go around like blasting these booger dudes. It was off the wall.
All right, you could probably find an emulator and play the original. Yeah, you're always taking a chance with emulators, though. Because I remember when the Nintendo emulators were really big on computer.
Yeah.
And I would download the shit out of ROMs and play the old school. And it was a pain in the ass to play them on a control, like a keyboard.
Oh, because it was formatted or whatever.
Yeah. And I wasn't hip to going and getting a controller to
Oh yeah.
plug in. Now it doesn't matter. I'm strictly a console guy. I got my Nintendo Switch. I think I'll be all right for the time being. I want to shout out ATSW, the Escape Pod. They are doing something Wednesday. I don't know what the fucking topic is. I'm going to try and hijack their show. I think I'm off work Wednesday. We got to get up on there. ATSW, the Escape Pod. I think the next one is, I don't know. It doesn't say. Anyway, slowly but surely we're going to progress. I'm just working on updating the theme song.
Oh yeah.
There's just a lot. There's a lot to fucking do. I have a bullshit computer that I do all my Photoshop shit on, and I'm waiting for it to die. Because I've already pinned myself in to make 3 posters for Astronomicon.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even started. And Brian said he's got his t-shirt on the way.
Hell yeah.
We should have got Brian a t-shirt because it's his logo.
Oh yeah.
But more good things are to come. Like I said, we're gonna I got the commercial almost about done, and go from there. Hell yeah. So thank you again to Chimera Illustration and Design for being a sponsor and a close friend and being on tonight because it was fun, as well as Minor Advana Toys and Collectibles, and all of us nerds, man. We're going forward as of this point. I don't give a shit how long it takes. We're gonna get some fucking proppers.
Oh yeah.
It sucks being an artist in any fucking degree, whether you're a writer, a musician, a traditional artist, especially with that dumbass AI bullshit.
Oh yeah.
It's cool, but it's not real art.
No, not at all.
It's cool to make your MySpace profile. Let's see. Oh yeah, I told you I did have a few ideas for t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I like to take other people's logos and try and put our product in there so it's eye-catching.
I'm buying my ass a pinky ring. I don't know about you.
What?
I'm buying my ass that pinky ring. I don't know about you.
Walk through like we're Dons. Go ahead, kiss it. Kiss it. Next week, it looks like we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat!
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited for that. I want to try and reach out to, I think there's a guy I have in mind, see if he can join us on Sunday.
I think I might be able to pull a guest in too. We got a 4-way.
Oh yeah, that'll work. We're going to start doing our homework. We're going to be talking about not only the game not only the movies, but the fucking music and everything remotely connected to it. Because there's a lot, and that's a legacy of video game that goes on a really long time. So hell yeah. Anything else we need to say?
Well, heck, thank you.
All right. Well, one thing I want to do, and I want to try and do this for the Patreon. So
Hell yeah.
we're gonna do this trivia shit. We're gonna see how it works. I think it's gonna be strictly for
How
Patreon.
people in the comment able to answer. Maybe we can start doing like ask some trivia questions in the comments, and if they answer right,
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
shit.
All right, because we do have some residuals from the T-Public shit.
Oh, nice.
So we could ask a question. We could try this next week.
Mm-hmm.
We could ask a question, and the first person to get it right, will get a T-shirt.
Hell yeah.
They just got to tell us the size and the color, and so we can ship it to them. Ooh,
Person
interesting.
PM us their address, and we ship it to their ass. That'd be sick.
Good shit. See, we're coming up with new ideas. We're progressing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brian, a 4-way. I think we're ready for the big leagues. I always just worry about like this video shit because even the escape pod.
They ran pretty smooth today, though.
And they every once in a while have had issues, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna see all the tips and tricks on the StreamYard shit and see what we can pull out.
I don't think we had any issues today, really.
I don't think so either. But as soon as like you think everything's fine, that's when you start having issues.
That's how it is with everything.
So go ahead and give that dice a roll. We'll see. I'll ask you just a random just to get going.
Yeah. People.
What?
People.
All right. Hoible. That is the question side. Who directed Dawn of the Dead 2004?
I don't fucking know that one.
Okay. I'll give you another go. This is the problem with like trivia. If it's not like a general trivia, if it's something specific like horror. A lot of these are really difficult because they start talking about who directed, who wrote, not who's in it.
I'll put my Star Wars in ones and two so we can go back and forth with it.
Fuck. Nope, not John Romero. It was Zack Snyder, which, like I said, I thought it was Romero too. I'm gonna give you another purple one. Purple. This is kind of easy. What colored hair do all the mysterious children have in the Village of the Damned in 1960?
I've never seen that one, honestly.
Guess, motherfucker.
1960?
Yep.
It's all white.
I'll take it. Brian got it too. It was
okay.
It says blonde, but that's what I remember.
Really?
I remember that was one of Christopher Reeve's last movies too. Was the remake of Village of the Damned. These are all fucked up. I shuffle like ass. Okay, cool.
Let me get you one.
Yeah, get me one. Shuffle them as you will. We got yellow.
Yeller. Let's see.
We're not officially sponsored, but Mike's Hard Lemonade. We're coming at you for some sponsorship, bitches.
Oh shit, you should know this one. What character in Friday the 13th, New Blood, has telekinetic powder or telekinetic powers?
Tina.
Yep.
So me and Carrie took us over to our mutual friend. And every once in a while they have game night.
Oh, nice.
Which I'll have to tag you along. Because I
Down
think
for
we
sure.
did. They have game night on a regular basis, and they have like wacky fucking games like I've never heard of.
Oh, really?
Like the exploding kittens. I still don't know what the hell that's about.
I got one I want to play. I got a Toss the Burrito. It's like war and dodgeball mixed together.
I think the last 2 years I've been spending all this money on tabletop games, and I've never even opened them because you always need like 2 or 3 players.
Yeah.
And everybody backs out, or they're not in near proximity. So we'll have to figure that shit out too. I don't have the patience to teach myself that shit.
Oh yeah.
Even the Ninja Turtle game, like you were in Hero Clicks, pretty big, and there was a variation of Hero Clicks that you could just play by yourself.
Yep.
It would only take like 20 minutes or whatever. And I'm like looking at the setup and I'm just getting frustrated, and I just put it back in the box.
Stoddard introduced that to you?
Hero Clicks?
No, the one you can play by yourself.
Shout out Jason Stoddard. Go outside, motherfucker. Oh, it's January, so he's back at work.
Oh, okay.
He's still pushing along at tech manufacturing.
Poor bastard.
Sick, no, he was there longer than us.
I know he's strong for that.
Change is a bastard sometimes.
Yeah. Maybe if they would have let me change departments, maybe I'd still be there. But I don't know.
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's HR and all that bullshit. There are some hateful people. I thought I was bad.
They're
I think
just
that's
like,
the only reason I survived.
me and you would go say some shit to people's face. They did some low key shit. And that's what got me.
Yeah. But that's the beauty of me being an asshole to everybody, because nobody can go somebody else and say, well, there, he said this to you, or said this about you.
They already know.
No, because he would have said it to my face.
Yeah. They already know that you wouldn't.
Good times. Post office isn't much better.
Yeah.
It's like high school. You got two chicks in there now who like been talking shit to each other back and forth on the post office Facebook. I want to see a fight so bad.
I'm glad I got to deal with it. I'm loving my new job. I have no flaws in my new job at all. I can't complain.
Well, I hope you get laid off.
Oh no.
I hope they deem weed illegal to some degree. No, I'm kidding. I'm glad you like your job. I just don't like my job. I like what I do. I'm the red tape.
Hell yeah.
I like the fact that I'm outside. I can walk around. I can listen to my earbuds.
Well, that's why they call it going postal for a reason.
I know. All right. Well, shit. Let's wrap this shit up. It's 8:00. Thank you guys again for joining us. Thank Brian Ritson from CHIMERA Illustration and Design. Make sure to check out CHIMERA Illustration and Design on Facebook. That has all of his links. You can make anything: T-shirts, book covers, board games. If you guys want to make your own deck of tarot cards, if you guys are weirdos like that, hell yeah, that'd be dope.
We can get somebody out here reading our fucking tarot cards, bro.
Hell yeah.
I know some people. I think Ethan Orr reads tarot cards.
You know that? Oh man, do you know that that painting they did of the Ghostbusters at the end of Ghostbusters 2?
Oh, okay.
Where they're all like,
Mm-hmm.
I envision that for us. He could do that.
Badass logo. Brian, can you do that?
We could put that poster up and shit like that. That would be the next one. Well, we're paying for this one.
Oh, definitely.
We're paying because he hooked us up
for
for
sure.
time on this last one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just we got ideas. We got ideas. I got a new shirt coming. Let's see. YouTube how to plays are great for games. I agree. We came up. There's a game called Tapple.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically all the letters on the alphabet minus a color. I think minus X and Q.
All right.
But it's basically got a timer on it, and you get the timer going, and you pick a subject, like let's say video games. So one person says Airwolf, click. One person says Mario, click. One person says Narc, and you guys go around until either you guys knock all the letters out or the buzzer. That was a good game that we found on, I think it was TikTok, where they were doing how-to games. There's a couple out there that does how-to games.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just looking for the right YouTube to speak my idiotic language, show me a lot of pictures and direction. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it. So
Brian said yes, I'm drawing that up.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna do the Outcast one that I was talking about briefly. So I'm like, good shit. All right, so I almost want to reveal some of the next couple of topics that we have, but I don't want to. Fuck it, let's do it. All right, so next week we're gonna do Mortal Kombat. So that is January 22nd. January 29th is scheduled to be Bill Murray.
Oh yeah.
February 5th, Fighting Games. February the 12th, we're going to finally do this Juggalo thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm calling all my ICP kids, all my Twizzlers, anybody who's ever listened to the music. I'm calling roll call. We could probably get like 4 or 5 people on at the same time.
Get your boy Beaver on here.
Man, that's not my boy. That is Errol's cousin. No. The following week, after you guys are all figured out, we're going to be talking about the Super Mario Brothers.
Mario. You
There's
play
a lot
a
to talk
Mario
about
Party
that.
all day.
Because, like, I think Mario goes all the way back to Atari. What was this, Mario Brothers?
Jumpman. For Mario first appeared on Donkey Kong, I believe. And
Well,
I think
that's
his name
what
was
we're gonna add in there. All the appearances of the Mario character, and then the games, and just like how they evolved from Nintendo to what they are now.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Mario Party, Mario Kart.
Yeah, because his name wasn't even named Mario. It was just that he was trying to save Princess Peach from Donkey Kong, I believe.
He was stupid. She was banging Luigi, or
Bang
at least
Donkey
giving it
Kong.
up to to Bowser. Keep from killing her. See, but this is what I'm talking about. This is what I like to do. This nerd shit.
He goes, he kidnapped me. I swear.
That's her fault. I think that right there is like the first red flag of women since Eve and the Garden of Eden, man. Like, what do you do that some dragon just runs up on you and picks you up and takes you to his castle?
Yeah,
you didn't try and claw his eyes out. You didn't scream. You didn't ask for help.
Why does he want you so bad?
Yeah. Same thing with Buttercup and Princess Bride. Princess Bride's got to be penciled in somewhere here. April 2nd. I'm going to pencil that in right now so I don't forget. Where's my pen? There it is. April 23rd, Princess Bride. I'm sure Brian would love to join us for Princess Bride. Because I read the book too. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a good time.
I never read the book because you said how wordy it was, so I didn't even bother.
I don't read that often. It has to be something that keeps my attention really, really bad. So if it's a serial killer book, that'll keep my attention because it'll kind of go into their history. It'll kind of go their psyche, who their parents were, what was going through their head, kind of shit. I can't just pick up a John Grisham book and read it because somebody said it's fucking critically acclaimed.
Tom Clancy book.
Most of what I've read have been biopics, or I read the entire series of not Resident Evil, what's The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
Those are really good. But other than that, it has to be something to really grab my attention. I tried to read the Sopranos book. It was like a philosophy book where they tried to compare certain elements of the Sopranos with a philosophical. Couldn't get into it.
That's how it was with the Irishman book.
Well, that was a long fucking movie.
That book. It's like
fucking DLC for a book. So let's see. Where did I leave off? The Super Mario Brothers for February 19th. Jack Black on 26th.
Oh, yeah.
March. I think we skipped the 5th because Astronomicon 6. Yep. March the 12th is going to be the Big Lebowski.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited for that for sure.
March the 19th. My homegirl Michelle Ivy is going to join us, and we're going to talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Very excited for that.
I am super excited. I'm sure she's going to have like awesome like artifacts.
Oh yeah,
some props.
She has the original piece of the original cast.
Dude, she bought a lot of that shit on eBay. Or she would get part-time jobs just to buy that shit. She would take out loans just to get that shit. She's got the actual, I think it was Michelangelo's head, Leonardo's hands of like the original Jim Henson shit.
That cost a dime.
Yeah. But like I said, as far as anybody I know that's into Ninja Turtles, she's the highest authority. I got to ask her any questions.
How did you end up meeting her?
Originally, there was a convention. I don't remember how I got a hold of the poster, but it was in Sterling Heights. It was called the Deluxe Expo. And it had mostly Ninja Turtle guests, martial arts guests, had a lot of wrestling guests. And she was there. She was just there. She had a booth, and I noticed because she had one of the heads.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
did you get attention?
Holy shit, hell yeah. He was like in the back corner. That was the first time I met Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, nice.
It was wild. And that's where I met Time Out from you've never seen The Last Dragon, have you?
Last Dragon, nope.
Oh. It's one of those movies like you didn't see it back in the day, you won't care if you go and see it now.
I don't know.
It won't
I
have the same
I
effect
get
on
to
you.
through and watch those movies and actually like them afterwards.
It was a martial arts movie, but it was one of those cult classics. That's one of Brian's favorite movies.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there was all kinds of people there. Claudia Wells from Back to the Future, she looked like a twat, so I didn't talk to her. Like we were just talking about James O'Barr, how he looked like an asshole, and I wouldn't want to meet him.
Oh yeah.
Claudia Wells looked like a total twat, and I didn't spend the $30 or whatever because I did not want to. If you're gonna be a twat, wear your sunglasses, have an attitude, I don't want to talk to you.
Hell yeah.
But I met a lot of cool cats. There were a couple of voices from the Ninja Turtle cartoon. Kevin Eastman was there. That was the first time that Lena got to meet Kevin Eastman. We met Ernie Reyes, who played Kino in part 2.
Oh, nice.
Got our picture taken in front of a Ninja Turtle party wagon. What wrestlers were there? Mr. Kennedy, Rhino, Ernest the Cat Miller, Jake the Snake, Virgil. You know Virgil. We're gonna talk. I think we're gonna do an episode on him just because he's a douche. Who else was there? You ever seen Bloodsport?
Oh yeah, I love Bloodsport.
Frank Dew.
Oh okay.
The original guy, the guy that movie was based on, was there.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember seeing him. I know Bill Goldberg showed up.
Oh, okay.
So I had planned on Saturday or it was a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it was early in the day when we got there, and Goldberg hadn't showed up yet. I think he showed up late. They were trying to do a world record for people dressed up as Ninja Turtles. They didn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
Not enough people showed up. And they tried to like call everybody in. I think they were giving away free admission. It was kind of like a poorly executed event. But the guy ran a karate dojo, so he had some connections and he tried. It was cool. I did get to meet a lot of cool people because of this guy. It just wasn't very put together very well. I can't think of anybody else right off. It was a good time for what it was. Got to see some OG Ninja Turtle artifacts, and that's how I learned about her, because then I started seeing her at Michigan cons all over the place.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, hell yeah. So after that, 26th of March, we have Bruce Willis. April 2nd, I don't know if I come up with I don't know. I have it marked off with a question mark, so I don't know. We're going to try and get Heath Fedor for the Batman episode for April 9th.
They're pretty sick.
I know that motherfucker's going to back out because he always does. And he's basically doing the Oregon Trail. Every time I talk to him, he's moving somewhere else. So we'll see where he ends up on that night.
Oh, he's living life, though.
We're going to talk about vampires on April 16th.
Nice.
23rd has been penciled in as the Princess Bride, and that brings us up to date. So if you have any other ideas.
23rd or what?
April.
Okay.
And we still have the 30th open because it looks like that's So the 30th is a Sunday as well. So, I mean, we can take a day off. We can do something else. I don't care.
I'm not keep on rolling. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll come up with something by then anyways.
If anybody has anything you guys want to hear us talk about, I don't even give a shit if we're like well versed in it. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, educate us.
Talk about emo music. If you guys want us to talk about podcasts in general, if you want us to revisit something we've already spoke of in season 1, oh yeah, we're there.
Dude.
We're not afraid to talk anything. Politics and sports, because you guys are too uppy for that shit. Religion, even though I'll fucking straight up. I can't wait. I might do that as a Patreon episode. Or I might just do that one solo, fucking on a random day. Because I can't wait to get into a religious argument with somebody. Like Jesus freak. Like, I remember you. Remember when you told me that wrestling was fake back in the day? We had to talk. Ooh. Live stream Astro. I'm gonna need some extra battery packs for that. I'm gonna try and get this wireless microphone working.
That's for your phone, or
it hooks up to the bottom of the phone, and then you charge this and clip this on your on your person.
Oh, nice.
So I had that for Astro last year. Was it last year when I talked to Danielle Harris?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna try and do that again. I don't want to blow my wad and tell you guys what I plan on doing, but I'm definitely gonna go after Dirk Manning. I think he's cool enough to want to talk to us.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sick.
He's a great writer. I like his stuff, and it's really cool. It was almost like happenstance because I had seen it at conventions many a times before I decided to buy his stuff and give his stuff a whirl. And then once I bought his stuff, I enjoyed it, became a fan. I met him at another con, and he was like, "Hey, man, that's cool Twisted jersey. I got something in the works with that." So it was almost like it was, holy shit.
Yeah.
So now I become a fan of this guy who's working with a fan, my favorite band, and it just branches off from there. I think, where did I say next week was? Mortal Kombat?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to hit up another special guest to sit and speak with us about Astronomica.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to have him on for a couple minutes. So get all your questions ready. Anything you want to know about the show. Just pretend like you don't know anything about it. And Cody, be paying attention because we're going to be talking about Twisted. Cody's a trip. So Cody works with Cody Lockwood. He works with CDCS, as far as I know. He's a hardcore collector too. But every time he goes to a show or an event that has anything to do with Twisted or ICP, he's always asking me for I don't want to offend anybody. Should I paint my face? Do I have to paint my face? Do I have to be drinking Fago? I'm like, dude, it's not that. It's no. It's just cool.
Yeah, just chill.
What does whoop whoop mean? You know what I mean? Look, you don't need to worry about it. Just walk in there and be cool and peddle your wares and you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about the lingo. Well, I just don't want to get jumped. We're not like that. It's like if you were going to a NASCAR event, they're like really cool people around. The hardcore ones, like, oh, you don't like Earnhardt? Get out of here, you baby killer. But for the most part, we're cool. Cody's a fucking dickhead too, because I told him about Astronomicon, and I see him at Twisted Studio getting pictures with him.
Oh no,
getting pictures with them. I'm like, thanks for the info, you fucking dickhead. You wouldn't even know about Astronomicon if it wasn't for me. I'm not bitter or nothing. Yeah, I am. Fuck that guy.
Just a little bit.
Fuck that guy. Fucking nerd. I did end up selling him a Kevin Eastman sketch cover and a Kevin Nash autograph on a Kevin Nash comic book.
Nice.
Yeah. Try to pay off some of these credit cards.
I got that Twisted print you gave me, Jan Silent Bob Twisted print.
Get that signed.
I was thinking about that.
Get that signed. And I honestly think you probably have a harder time getting Twisted's autograph than James Silent Bob, if that says anything. Good shit. All right. Well, next week is Mortal Kombat. It was so cool because it echoes in my head. It sounds better when it echoes. It sounds lame as hell on the live, but whatever. All right. So thank you to Brian Ritson again for joining us. Thanks to Mike for joining us as well. I'm not exactly sure who Mike is.
That's my brother-in-law.
Okay. What about Mike? And I guess thanks to everybody else who listens to this as an audio podcast. Get on the bandwagon and watch us every Sunday at 6:35 Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Just search the podcast with Pain. You will see our big heads in some degree, some fashion. All right. Until then, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. Trying to do the Wayne's World thing or the Bill and Ted thing. Good shit. All right. Peace out, you guys.